All right. So I am so excited. As I was sharing, we had some faux pas. And even too, we're gonna talk about a little bit of this show.
Right.
And just, I mean, I think that was a lesson, or even just kind of showing like when things don't necessarily go the way that you want them to go. Sometimes you just have to stay tenacious and actually get them to go. And I love taking little pieces of life and then being able to figure out where they should be played. And
Mhm.
so I myself am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I remember when I called you, you called me into this company, and you were like, I'm scared. Like, I'm not really sure if this is something that I'm going to be able to do or not. What shifted that for you? Like, what, when you came on in, tell me how you were feeling.
Well, um, I just really thought that it was going to be a super salesy like opportunity. And
Uh
I was
huh.
like, I've never even sold a Target red card to anybody. I don't know how to do this. So
Uh huh.
I talked with my husband and I was like, hey, I think there's this opportunity that I think I want to do. And he just gave me enough confidence to be like, baby, you just got to go for it. We don't know if we can do it unless
Uh
we just
huh.
go for it. So that on top of you being like, trust me, you're going to be fine. You're going to do
Yeah.
fine. I'm like, okay, it won't hurt to try. So
It
that's
won't
like,
hurt to try.
yeah.
And that's usually the things that we do in life anyway. Like, we're trying something new. And I remember even just talking to somebody today. You try something new, and then as you try something new, you're gonna be scared. You're not
Yeah.
gonna, you're not gonna know, but you don't
Mhm.
know until you try. It's almost those
Right.
things that like we tell our kids,
Right.
to be able to come on in and try something new.
Yes.
So for those of you all who are, and I see more people are actually starting to tune on in, we are with an amazing company called It Works. And I remember for me, had you heard of the company before?
Um, I heard about the rat before.
The wrap. Okay.
Yeah.
I had been hearing about it for years. I had actually used the wrap. Like when I had lost weight, I had used the wrap, but I never knew about it actually being a company. Especially since it was so inexpensive, I never just thought about making it a full career. I was like, this is something that can, kind of tone and tighten me on up.
Right.
Me asked to come into the company was just like, I'm not really sure. I
Right.
wasn't really sure about it. And now look at what it's been able to do. So for you, like, how long have you been in Edward?
So I've been with It Works for 5 months now.
5 months.
Mhm.
Okay. What made you just, when you saw like this opportunity to be able to join, what made you do that? What made you actually just say, let me do this?
So another wonderful, amazing woman had shared, I think, something about you. And I was like, oh, I'm about to follow her. Because I had been praying. I had been really praying that God would just put the right people in my circle because I felt like a chicken in a cage,
Uh-huh.
or I felt like an eagle amongst chickens. I wanted to be able to do something different. And so
Hmm.
I just started following you way back last November.
Oh,
Added
wow.
you, followed you, and then I walked out of my job because
Oh,
it was chaos.
okay.
And a couple weeks later, I saw another one of your posts, and you always post and you give people the opportunity to be a part of this amazing company. And I
Hmm.
always saw it. And I never really had the money to do anything like extra for it. I was like, I want to, but I don't know. And then at one point, you said join for only this much. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a chance. I'm going to just try it.
Uh-huh.
And it was really late. I don't know if you remembered. It was about 12 o'clock. Excuse me. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. It was like midnight. So when they
Uh-huh.
say he comes late in the midnight hour, he really did for me. Like, that's really my testimony. It was like midnight, and I was like, I'm just joining. I had already talked with my husband about it, and I was like, I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it came from following you for like maybe 8 months before I was like, let me see what she's talking about.
I know. And when you decided, like, what was the thing that made you say, I want to even try it? Like, I know what you were looking for. Like, what were you looking for when you decided to come into It Works?
I was looking to be able to bring some additional income into my household. I think maybe somewhere in your post it talked about maybe just having money for you, or having something that can pay for just groceries or just gas or
Mm-hmm.
however. And I just was like, we can utilize that. I mean, I didn't. I had, like I said, I had just left from where I was at, and then excuse me, and I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything to necessarily lose. I wanted an opportunity to bring some additional income into my household, and I needed to be home with my children. I needed to be
Mm.
at my house doing it. So that was a big factor.
So let's even talk about that because that's one of mine. Like when you were at your job before, did you have children at that time frame?
I did, yes.
And how did that
Mhm.
feel? Like I tell people, like I worked in the business where for 20 years I was pretty much gone. And
Yeah.
I will tell you, when I first came on in, I remember I just wanted Saturday.
Right.
Like I just really wanted that Saturday off, and then it turned into a Friday, and then it turned into more days. So,
Right.
how did that feel for you to even hear? Now, more people come into this for totally different reasons. Some people come into it for an extra side, but for you to now realize it was something that you can stay home with. So, how did that
Yes.
make you feel when I was telling you that? Like, you could actually stay home and make an income this way.
Well, see, you gave me the option. You said we can build this two different ways. We can be
Yep.
in person and we could do this offline, belly to belly, or we could do this online. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
I need the online version because I need to be able to be home.
To be home.
And I felt like that there was hope. There was something that I could do. I could utilize my time, still be a good mom, because nobody wants to go to work. Well, I didn't want to go to
Uh-huh.
work all day and then get home and dinner's not ready because you've been at work all day. So then you got to get the groceries, get the dinner, do the kids, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't my flow. I didn't want to finish the life like that, just missing out on them. I'm a teacher at heart, so to be able to send them off to be with a different teacher when I can teach them was hard.
Mhm.
It was really hard for me.
You know what? Me and my sister actually had that conversation too. We were talking about like for her, when she came into the company, she really wanted to make sure that her kids were able to, be with her
Hmm.
up until kindergarten. And then
Yes.
it's like, man, how do I feel when I'm going off to somebody else? For her, she was a coach, going off to
Right.
somebody else, and I could actually take care of my kids, myself.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now I'll say, what is this now done for you? Just even your mind frame. Because remember, you first came in like, I'm not sure. Now you saw what the business was able to do. What has that now done for you and your belief factor? And then also, too, being able to now make it a self actualization that you are at home.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do this without tearing up. I'm a big crybaby. But to be very, very honest, when I joined the business, I didn't just get a small business. I mean, the perks are amazing. The unlimited weekly bonuses that you can earn, the team
Mhm.
aspect, all of that stuff is amazing. The money, but what I really got was a group of women, a company, a duplicatable system that really helped me to secure my lifestyle. It's like
Mhm.
it gives you something to look forward to. It allows you to let the light that God put inside of you
Mhm.
shine forth.
Or,
It like encouraged me to be so much more bolder about what I had going on and where I wanted to go in life. And
mhm.
sometimes we think that we're supposed to keep our aspirations to ourselves and keep quiet about it. And, they got these things going around where don't tell nobody what you're doing, just
Right. Keep it
show
to
up and do
yourself.
it. And it's like this company inspired me on so many levels to just live out loud, live boldly, and make sure people knew that I was going to a whole nother level. I was
Mhm.
going somewhere else. And this was going to be one of the vehicles to take me there. And it was convenient for my lifestyle, and my health went all the way up. I mean, my husband would come home and he'd be like, "You're different." You're different. And I'm like, I had keto coffee today. I did all the laundry. I did this. I did
See
that.
me
And
now at night.
he
Danger.
was like, whoa, okay. I'm liking it.
Uh,
It was amazing. It really like it just taught me to let my light shine and to be bold about what I had going on. And it gave me confidence. The products give you confidence, mental clarity. The products give you better skin, better health. And then the community that you fall into, just give you confidence in your mindset. People push you to be your best self. It's absolutely amazing. I could $99 is like a
I
piece
know.
of sand on the beach compared to what this business gives you
I was
when
even
you
saying
just
that, like, what you have to typically spend for a regular business to be able to come into and what you get back, like, you've made that back tenfold, you
oh
know,
my goodness.
by what
Hmm.
you're able to do within the company. So let me ask you
Hmm.
this, because I know that people are asking me, I posted on out, like, I share, you can come on in for whatever it is that you're looking for, additional, something on the side. If you're looking to be like Shay too as well, somebody who's staying home with her babies, how did you get to let's talk about what your day looked like to get to $1,000 in 2 months. Like, what did
Oh
that
my
look
goodness. It was, my day had to be so creative.
like?
Okay, so I had to pull out my creativity. So
Uh-huh.
once I learned how easy and duplicatable the business was, I was like, okay, bet I can do this.
I can do this.
But I had already had a routine established at home for being at home for a couple weeks and not
Mm-hmm.
going back to work. It was already used to doing some things. So now I had to be creative on how I worked it in.
Mm-hmm.
And my teammates, they helped me understand, my uplines helped me understand that you can do this business when you got some time, to yourself, when you get a break to yourself, when you're in between transitions. Set your morning up so that you have business to flow in the afternoon. It really, really forced me to make a schedule and to stick
Yeah.
to it and
Uh-huh.
to get organized.
Uh-huh.
And in between that, I can have fun with my kids. And now I have learned to show even that, show how I have fun with my kids.
Yeah.
And it's still business. It's still business.
Yeah. I told you I love you have something with your kids where you dancing.
Yeah.
What's the song? Every day that ends in Y.
It's
What is
take
it?
your child to work day.
Take your child to work day. That was so
Yes.
cute. And now you get to. That's something that we talk about all the time is I love when people are coming on into the company, they get to kind of choose how they want to do it. Is this something that's part-time? Is it something that's full-time? Like, you choose what you're looking for. I see somebody who just let us know. LT says, I am here and yes. Do you know who this is?
Oh, yes.
I am here and yes, yes. I tell people, like, sometimes, what do you have to say about this? Because we hear people say this sometimes, like, well, I'm scared to do that because it's a scam. Now,
Oh, yeah.
you being a new person in here, what do you think in regards to that?
You know what? I think that when people don't, like I said, it's a very duplicatable system. People say those things out of fear. They heard somebody else say it. They have not tried it themselves. If they
Mm-hmm.
did, they did not follow the really simple, duplicatable steps.
Yes.
Um, and they did not make time. And
Yeah.
so anyone can be like, I mean, I know a person who gets hair. She sells hair. A
Uh-huh.
hair vendor doesn't give her the prices that she wants and doesn't deliver on time. That girl is a scam. How is that
How is that
a
a scam? Yeah.
scam? And
Yeah,
I
I
think
know there are things that are out there. Like, I'll even just,
there are.
like, there are things that are out there, but this type of business having such a tangible product, it's like somebody purchases it online and then there's a mass distribution center that ships it on out. One of the things that's amazing for us, and I tell people, is that I don't have to carry an inventory.
Yeah.
So I'll even talk to you about, like, day. Like, what does that day look like? I was sharing with somebody today that, like, what's so different for me in quality of life? I do. So we're a little different where I run multiple businesses. But where it's changed my quality of life is I get to do them in between. So, like,
Yes.
get up in the morning, get online, respond to customers. I was at the post office today with my tablet in the car,
Mhm.
taking an order. I talked to, and I'm sure some of the people that I talked to today are on this live tonight and could see, like, I was in Panera at one point. My son was off, taking his test for college. And guess what? All I needed was my phone.
Yes.
Like, all I needed was
Absolutely.
my phone and a tablet. And I was like, man, most of us, we have to be in a physical space, to be able to make an actual income. And this changed that for me, especially even me being like an entrepreneur for as long as I have. Just to
Mhm.
now be able to shift things around has
Mhm.
been amazing. So weren't
Yeah.
you
So
shocked to see how you could put that in your life? Like, just
yes,
take care of the kids, but just pick up the phone or put it down in between what you were doing. Talk
it
about
is.
that aspect.
So on a typical day, if I get up and I set my morning out and I engage with people on my social media. This is network marketing. You have to socialize. You have to network with people. You have to meet new people. And so I
Mm-hmm.
make it my business. Our Melissa gave us a really good tip. You know,
Yeah.
if it's I go to my birthdays early in the morning when I roll over, say my prayers, do what I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whose birthday is it today? Let me write on their wall and say happy birthday. And
Yeah.
that gets me to be networking. And I didn't even have to get dressed to do that part. But I'm engaging and I'm building relationships.
Yes.
And then after that, I'm setting up my day. So today I had a couple different people who wanted the opportunity to join this business. I was headed out for a jog. I simply text them to say, I'm going jogging right now. Can I call you right after I'm done? They said
Mhm.
yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Baby in the jogging stroller, phone at the top of it, sent my quick text and went on.
Yep.
It's a really big business on planting seeds and building relationship
Mm-hmm.
and just not making excuses. You have to make time.
Right.
I could have said, let me put my phone in this pocket. I ain't responding to why I'm
Yep.
done. I'm like, no, I'm going to make these connections. I'm going to get these customers what they needed. If it's a quick website, I'm going to send that to you. And then
Yep.
I'm going to go about with my job. And then I have work to do once I get home and get
Yep.
settled. Mm-hmm.
I love it because that's kind of what happened to us. So I know if somebody is going to catch this back, they won't know what we just went through, which is
Right.
we tried to put this on a live. We couldn't get it to go. I was starting out by saying that's kind of some of the thing of this business. You know, when
Yes.
you're in a business by yourself or you're starting something for yourself, I love to teach and share. It's about staying tenacious to get it done. You know, like we could have easily just what? Okay, we'll try it later. Oh,
Right.
we'll do that. But now look at
Right.
what we were able to do. I take those same principles over here in the business. We still get it done regardless. Like we all have lives. You know how people say like I'll wait till everything is okay.
Right.
I love to
No.
tell people there's no such thing as that.
Right.
there's no there's no such thing, but you still get it done or you move it around and you shift it. But what amazing an amazing vehicle this company has definitely been to be able to make it where me 20 years in business with you 5 months in business can merge together in partnership,
Yes.
can merge together and learn some additional things, and we're both doing the same thing. Like,
Yes.
isn't that amazing?
Yes. Yes. That
So
is.
what's next for you? Where are you going?
Oh my goodness. So the month of August, I have already declared that I am taking the limits off of my business. For so long, you think that, oh, I could only do this. Oh, I can only
Yeah,
go diamond if I'm in it for 5 or 6 months. And I have decided to just take the limits completely off.
yep.
I am like, I'm catching the fire every day. I have
Mhm,
amped up my professional development. I have
mhm.
amped up my time that I spend in prayer and really listening to where God wants to take me. And I've amped up my relatability to my customers, to my
Yeah.
prospects. I've just been more involved and I've amped up the light that's shining inside of me because I
Mhm.
realize people don't want just the products. They
Yeah,
want you. They
they
want a
want
lifestyle that they can relate to.
you.
They want, okay, if Shay can do it, I can do it.
I can
Hey,
do it.
I had a hard time with my kids' daycare too. I can do that. I'm a single mom or I have a husband, I have a busy life. I can do that.
Hmm.
And you absolutely can because it's duplicatable and it's a system that's set. You know what? I couldn't do this alone. This is the part that I love. You have
Hmm.
to care about the people that you're
Somebody
in
else.
work with. You
Yep.
have to care about somebody else in order for you to be successful. So this business is helping me to learn if I can see this opportunity blessing my sister, blessing my friends, blessing, sorry, someone else,
Yeah.
if I can see this opportunity being a blessing to someone else and I reach out and I help them with that, it in turn helps me. But I
Yeah.
must first care about someone else. Like,
Hmm.
I love that this is a faith based business. And ain't it like God to want you to
I know.
care about someone
There's
else?
somebody else than
Yes,
other than yourself to make
yes.
things go.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, I love to hear, especially to as mentor, I love to hear you taking everything. I always say like you got to know where you're going so you'll know the target that you're going after. But one of the things that's beautiful about this business is there is there is no top. You know, there is no cap. If you work as much as you want to, as little as you want to, I'm making this like your next rank, Shay, is over $2,000 a month.
I'm ready.
I
Let's
know, right? Like your
go.
next rank is over 2,000 a month, and I was and that like look at that in less than a year's
Right,
time, where you have
right.
some people that have been working, going to school, have degrees
Hmm.
sometimes, and are coming out and actually trying to do that, and here you are able to do it, and then you have your husband in the business, which is
Yep,
two checks. I always tell people about the multiple checks. You have your husband in the business, so therefore there's another check that
yep.
you're able to have, another something you're able to shift and change. Like I
And
just,
what blows my mind is that it's from my phone tray. It's from
yeah,
my
that's
phone.
the part where even when I post that, sometimes I think people, like somebody asked me today, is it really from your phone? Like for real, it's from my phone, my computer, my tablet. I literally can take an order, but it's really about the relationships in which I've been able to kind of cultivate that have been able to like change so much.
Hmm.
Even now,
Hmm.
if you see, I still get to
Right.
do everything. Like literally, I like to let everybody see that. Like, look, I don't have to skip a beat after I finish here. I get to go on off, and then I get to
Yes.
come back.
Yes.
Um, and even too, say for instance, this is somebody who they work. Can you donate like an hour to 2 hours towards something on the side? Because that's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
thought I was doing when I first came in here. I really thought I was just building where I could be off on this day. And then it blew my mind and it went beyond and then
Right.
started to fund things and it just really shifted and changed. It just shifted and changed. So
Really amazing. Thank you for
I
this
get to watch
opportunity.
and I'm glad I get to be a part of. I get to watch you continuously blossom and grow. I keep on saying, and I've even shared with some of my team, I got to get to Minnesota. I got to get to Minnesota to actually physically see you, say
Yes.
hello, because I
Yes.
really am. I'm very proud of you. I will say what I know of me being an entrepreneur as long as I have. One of the things that I know about you that I've been able to watch is just you got a question, you'll get the answer. If it doesn't fit, you'll take some time, you're gonna come back, you're gonna shift it around. And I know that those are things that really help a person. So those things that you're doing, I'm telling you, keep them going. Keep them
Yes.
going. They are really gonna take you, it's gonna take you wherever you desire it to be. So,
And one of
okay.
I was gonna say, and one of the main reasons why I have to keep at this business, why I'm so committed to being on fire and staying consistent, is that the mindset that it takes for me to get to $2,000 a month, to get to $8,000 a month,
Yep.
is priceless. That
Yeah.
mindset is what I'm going for, because
Yep.
so many people are trapped in their minds. They can't get out of the employee mindset, the nine to
Yeah.
five mindset. So
That's huge. That's huge. The
this
employee
business,
mindset it
it
can
is
do so much.
morphing my mindset.
Yeah, it's changing.
That
Yeah.
that's my gold nugget. That's why I got to keep going, because there's more for me to learn. There's more in it. I'm a person that likes a challenge. So I got to keep going. I got to see how much more my mind can grow. What else can I learn? And how can I continue to break barriers and bust down caps that people have put in my life, that society has put on my life.
Yeah.
I'm I'm up for it.
Up for it. I even just made a post today that just said like the one of the biggest reasons why I shifted and made changes in my business was really because my children cannot inherit a job.
No.
Like if I keep going the way in which I go and I work and I work and I work, and then it's their turn to now work and work and work, what does that really do? You
Right. They
know,
can't pick up where you left off.
they
They
can pick
can't
up where
come
I
in
left off. They can,
as senior
pick up,
manager.
right, pick up and have something else. And that was huge. I went to this one seminar. It was Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. And I'll share this in our parting. And he said something, and this was just a couple months ago, that really got my brain thinking. He was like, you know what? We always talk about multiple streams of income, which is really important. But the way that the world is changing right now, you don't just need multiple streams, you need a multiple stream for each bill.
Yes.
And I went, wait, my sister,
What?
we was like, wait, what? And then he broke it down to say, like right now, it's like when you go and when you're going to shopping and you take your bank card. You're taking everything you have with you. You know, where you're like, okay, I want to spend this. Well, you're taking everything. Well, when you place everything in one basket, if that goes away, everything diminishes. However,
Mm-hmm.
if you have something that is paying for this, you just replace that one. Or this pays for this, you have that. You know, and so to be able to diversify, you know, and that's where we are, especially where we're going in 2019 for really a lot of companies. I was sharing this earlier. A lot of companies are going into performance-based businesses where they just pay you a commission off of what you do. You know, that's it. And if it doesn't shift and it doesn't change, then you could potentially be in trouble and lose things that you worked for. And
Right.
that's not, to me, it wasn't like when I first heard it, I'm like, are they saying it to be a scare tactic? And then I was like, no, it's just reality. You know, like we can
Right.
do more with the things in which we know versus those that wish we don't. You know,
Right.
so for me, this is huge to be able to teach for me, my children, you know, how to come on into here and create multiple revenue streams for themselves so they'll be able to take care of themselves. And this company has definitely been able to do that, especially with us by having multiple streams where we're able to now, like even now, if you people watch me down my wall, it's funding my babies. Like it's funding
Yes.
my new visions or my new whatever that makes us additional streams of income. So there's no cap, but you just have to uncap your brain. You know,
You feel
like how you said, you have to stop saying, okay, well, how much am I gonna get? Okay, so
right.
that's because really it's like that's all you're gonna get. You know,
Right.
like
Mm-hmm.
seriously. I tell people they go into jobs, think about it. You go into a job, you train everybody there, and you get this one individual something.
Right.
You come into network marketing and everything you do, you're compensated for.
Yeah.
That has been total game changer.
It's amazing.
It's been amazing. So I see we have a nice amount of people that are here on our Zoom tonight. Thank you so much for tuning on in. We are going to record this to be able to share. You see how tenacious we were? We were going to make sure that you got this information this evening. Now, if this is something that you're like, I want more information. Like one thing that I love about me being in business is we do not push you to do anything, anything that you don't want to do. But if you're like, I need to have an additional conversation. I've even had some people that have contacted me like today who've been in the business before and they was like, wow, I never heard it broken down like that. Or I
Right.
never really gave myself, like if you're somebody who's never given yourself the opportunity to really even get started, we should have a convo. If I have invited you, please just send me an inbox message and say, hey Trayce, you could just inbox me and say conversation. If you are looking at Shay and Shay has invited you here tonight, if you inbox her conversation, if you catch this on the hashtag replay, whoever has shared this with you, inbox them, text them and say, hey, I want to talk about this a little bit more to see maybe if this is something that I can add to me or not, right? Because it's
Yes.
just a choice. It's your choice, what you decide and how much you want to push into it. Because 2 months at 1,000 is dope. Like
Oh, it was
it's
dope.
it's really dope, and I really commend you for sticking through, pushing through, even encouraging people on your team, encouraging people down your wall, changing your house. I love to see what it is that you're doing, and I can't wait till we put you on this thing and we talk about when you go diamond.
Yes. Excited.
When you go diamond, which is her next rank, which is her next rank, and we talk about these bonuses and all this additional residual income and how you really are gonna be able to stay home. Like just imagine being able,
Right.
for me, that's what I go. Imagine being able to pass that down. So it was
Yes.
amazing talking to you. Thank you guys for tuning on in. And
Thank
again,
you, guys.
opportunity, inbox opportunity, inbox conversation. I'm sorry, inbox conversation, and then we can begin one with you too.
Yes.